blessed good evening to one and all. This evening, I'll be looking to do a video of St. Augustine Anglican Church, which is situated in the parish of St. George. First of all, this is the fruit stand here, where they sell the fruits and vegetables. Fruit stand, the vegetable stall and fruit stall. You can see farmland behind here. Farmland behind here. This road straight ahead will be leading you back to the parish of St. Joseph. I'm at Groves right now. This road will be leading you back to St. Joseph and St. George. So my aim is to do a video with St. Augustine's Church, St. Augustine Anglican Church, which is at Market Hill, just down the hill from here. So all here's the farmland here at Groves. So the left turn here will be taking you back to Market Hill with St. Augustine Anglican Church at Market Hill, St. George. Yeah. This road here will take you by the opposite. So I am at Market Hill, St. George. This road will take you by the Operates via Roach Village, all in St. George, and it will take you by the St. Thomas as well. So you can access St. Thomas, which is another neighboring parish in St. George, and the center of the island as well. You can get here from here. And this will be about the Paradise Village. So again, I'm in the parish of St. George, which is in the center of the island. St. George and St. Thomas are the two landlocked parishes in Barbados that are best referred to as the heart of Barbados, or the central uplands of Barbados. There is no sea nor coastline in these parishes. These are the two landlocked parishes that are best referred to as the heart of Barbados, or the central uplands of Barbados. I will now show you guys St. Augustine's Church. No. I will show you guys St. Augustine's Church. No. So I will make my way down the road now, down the hill. Market Hill is just downhill from here. Market Hill, St. George is just down the hill from here. As I said before, operates is just across here. As I said before, operates borders St. Thomas and St. George. Operates is over here. And Roach Village and Paradise and St. George all across here. So I will make my way down to St. Augustine's Church, which is at Market Hill shortly. I'll show you guys around the church. So, heading down the hill now. Get back up the road. So this is Market Hill down below here. Now in Market Hill, St. George. Market Hill, St. George. Now going down to the church. There at Market Hill. Yeah, apparently like they're closing up the church or something, so no. So Market Hill is just down at the bottom here, where the gas station and so on is, and the supermarket. And this is Grove's Tenantry through here. Grove's Tenantry through here. St. Augustine's Church here.
Good evening.
Good evening. St. Augustine's Anglican Church. Right here. I will show you guys the church cemetery first. So this is St. Augustine that sits on top of Market Hill. is the church cemetery, the graveyard. So again, I'm in the parish of St. George, which is in the center of the island. St. George is known as the heart of Barbados, or the central uplands of Barbados. There is no sea nor coastline in these parishes. These are the two landlocked parishes in Barbados, best referred to as the heart of Barbados, or the central uplands of Barbados. St. George is also a rural parish. It is an agricultural parish. It is the parish known for land and fertile soil. St. George is the parish that fed many Barbadians from the 1630s up until this present day. St. George is the breadbasket parish. St. George is also my father's birth parish. St. George is the parish in which my father was born and raised. For those of you not knowing who my father is, such more that sings or uses to sing years ago with the Sound Pebbles group is my father, and he is from St. George. You can see down Market Hill from here. Market Hill, where the gas station is, and the supermarket, and so on. And St. Augustine's Church is situated at Market Hill, St. George. All down Market Hill. So this is the church's cemetery. Grave of Eugene Clark and Marlene E. Clark. Both died at 74 years. Douglas Matt, Courtney Clark, the Marshall grave. St. George, as I said before, is my father's birth parish. For those of you who don't know who my father is, Satchmore that sings, or that used to sing years ago with the Sound Pebbles group, is my father, and he is from the parish of St. George. My father used to write songs for Wendy Allen, Cheryl Hackett, Carolyn Leacock, and many others. The Satchmore is my father. He is from St. George, in a place called Ellerton. The grave of Everson Robinson Elcott, who was the founder of Everson R. Elcott Electrical Services, which was up with the garrison, and then it later moved to Warrens. Everson Elcott is buried here, as well as our dean, which would be his wife. Both were justice of the peace. This is the Elcott family grave here. They had another funeral here or something. So this is St. Augustine's cemetery. The cemetery is situated adjacent to the church on the opposite side of the church. From here you can see all the lovely, first of all, the country breeze is blowing sweet out here. You can see over behind Roach Village and Applebits. You can see the chimney for the former Applebits plantation and sugar factory, which later became West Indies Records Limited, that used to produce records for soca music, calypso music, spooge music, reggae music, and other forms of Barbadian and Caribbean music. You can see the chimney. This is just Applebits Plantation, which is West Indies Records, which later became West Indies Records Limited. It's located 2 minutes away from here, which is bordering St. George and St. Thomas. So this is all the graveyard for St. Augustine's Church here at Market Hill, St. George. St. Augustine Anglican Church. St. Augustine is an Anglican Episcopal church. head over to the church now, which was built in 1863. St. Augustine Church bears some resemblance to the parish church, which is St. George Parish Church. St. Augustine bears some resemblance to St. George Parish Church. The church here. So the church is situated on top of the hill. So this is the church and this is the farmer's school. Later, which was once St. Augustine's boys' school. This is the school here, the school building. St. Augustine's school, boys and girls, all amalgamated, and Farm 1 school, which is down here, but it was renamed the Cuthbert Moore Primary School. St. Augustine Anglican Church, consecrated in 1863. So this is the church here. So we'll see if we can go inside the church. The door is open, so I believe we can go inside. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hi. St. Augustine's Church. Inside the church. You can see the church. Stairs. This is the organ here. Inside of St. Augustine's Church. This is the new organ that came here about 2 years ago, which replaced the old pipe organ. So this is in memory. St. Augustine's Church Army give God thanks for the life of founder chaplain Reverend Clement Conliffe, who was the Reverend here from 1929 to 1933. Captains Reginald Watson, Joseph Pauls, Joseph Bell, Eudora Lynch, Lieutenant Rickham, Haynes, Bayer, Spooner, Elcott. Past members elected by Captain and Minahaven and present members. So all inside the church, St. Augustine's Anglican Church at Market Hill, St. George. All right. Yeah, all right. So, back at the cemetery. The church bell here, which was in need of desperate repairs. That is why the fair they had last week was in aid of the repairs of the church bell. That was the reason why they repaired the bell. They fixed the bell last week. I mean, what I'm saying, that's the reason why they held the church fair last week, to repair the bell. They said that the bell is in need of repairs. I'm not sure what is wrong with it, but they claim that the bell needs repairing. So that is why they had to do the church fair, which will go forward to the funds from the fair. Will go forward to the refurbishment of the bell. St. Augustine's Church dates back to 1863. Thank you guys for watching now, and do have a blessed and a wonderful good evening. Part 1, part 2 coming up.